Hello world! Today is day 12 of my Las Vegas daily vlog. As such, I thought that I would talk about 12 things that I've learned since I started daily vlogging. I have no idea if these are going to be anything of interest to anyone or any relevance to someone thinking about vlogging, but these are things that I've learned and maybe you'll find my experience to be interesting or enlightening in some way. Number 1, editing takes so much time. Editing is so time consuming, and however much time I think that it's going to take me, I honestly need to double that. If I think, oh, maybe I can get this done in 3 hours, plan for 6. If I think I can get it done in 4 hours, plan for 8. It is so much more time consuming than I ever imagined it could be. I've spent so many nights up until the sun came up because I have a deadline for myself and I had to do the vlog. I had to sit down and edit it. I'm gonna talk about a few things later on, other things that I've learned that are kind of helping me mitigate this and shrink down or at least better handle how long it takes to edit. But the best thing that I can do for myself is to just start vlogging as early in the day as possible. If I can start vlogging in the morning, that would be amazing. If I can start vlogging in the afternoon, that's acceptable. But if I don't start vlogging until the sun is setting, I'm gonna be up until the sun rises. So it's not something that I have perfected yet. It's nighttime right now. But it's something that I have learned. So it's something that I'm gonna keep working on. Number 2. Video files are massive. I'm used to working in vector designs or maybe 3D renders, and it's a rare occasion that I would ever render one of those in 4K because I'm usually just posting on social media or I'm sending it to a client. And even if I am rendering in 4K, that's a single image, right? So you're looking at hundreds of megabytes at the most, usually tens of megabytes. And with 4K video, at a minimum, you're looking at 24 images per second, 24 frames per second. I'm shooting at 30 frames per second. If you wanted to shoot slow motion, you're shooting at 120 or 240 frames per second. So however big one image normally would be, you're exponentially increasing that by the time you get to a 10-minute video. It is insane, and I was very ill prepared. I thought my 2.5 terabyte storage on my computer was gonna be great. I have 2 terabytes in Dropbox. Okay, like that's a lot of no. With video, no. Each minute of my GoPro footage is about 1 gigabyte. I know there are people that shoot with much better cameras than mine, and they're looking at multiple gigabytes per minute. But for me, 1 gigabyte per minute, I can shoot 100 minutes and that's 100 gigabytes. You shoot 1,000 minutes and that's 1 terabyte. That's a massive amount of storage that just a normal person would never fill. So it's a problem I currently don't have a solution to. I bought an extra hard drive just to throw my backup on, and then I'm keeping some stuff only in the cloud right now to keep my main drives on my PC free so that I can upload footage each day. But definitely something I was not expecting, definitely something that I've learned in the first 12 days. Number 3, being vulnerable is scary, but it passes. There have been a lot of mornings where I woke up after posting to YouTube the night before and I thought, oh my God, why did I post that? What if, like, I don't know, I just have this panic about why did I say it? Why did I put myself out there like that? Did what I say, was it crazy? Was I rational? Was I drunk on sleep deprivation? Was it okay what I said? But it's much easier to be vulnerable and risk someone thinking you're cringe than it would be for me to spend 100 days in a row vlogging every day, putting up some fake persona. Like that would be much more exhausting than it would be for me to just be honest and talk to the camera like I'm talking to a normal person. So vlogging is being vulnerable if you're being authentic, which I'm making every attempt to do. And it is scary, but it's better than being fake. And one thing that is a huge help is having supportive people in your life. I have a very supportive partner. She doesn't think that I'm cringe. She enjoys watching my vlogs. And if she found something to be embarrassing, she hasn't told me. And, those are the opinions that matter most. Those are the opinions that matter most. If someone was calling me cringe and telling me these videos were stupid or trying to make fun of me, they're probably not really a good friend. If someone told me, hey, what you said might be problematic, I would listen to that. But if someone's just making fun of me for being vulnerable or being open or being honest or failing, their opinion doesn't matter to me. So, conclusion, vlogging is vulnerability if you're being authentic, which I am. But the scary part passes and you make the next vlog. Number 4, jump cuts are not the worst thing ever. Before I started vlogging, I told myself I'm going to do one take. Like, I'm just going to get it right. Because personally, I find jump cuts to be pretty distracting. If someone is talking and in the middle of their sentence, it cuts and they just continue the sentence, it's like, what is happening right now? But after doing this for 12 days, I have realized sometimes you just have to do a jump cut to move the vlog along. Sometimes it can be used in a way to where it shows a longer passage of time. Like when I was walking through the park yesterday, I'm not going to vlog myself walking for 20 minutes. I'm going to jump cut to the next part when I have something interesting to say. I'm going to jump cut past me running through a windy field so that you don't have to listen to that. Their jump cuts can be used to show passage of time, and that's great. I think that was always fine in my head. But sometimes your thoughts just don't come out perfectly in one take, and you have to say it twice. And sometimes you just end up rambling too long and you need to cut out something that's in the middle. And if you were to do another take to try to explain it again, it wouldn't come out natural. The words stop feeling like my words. So sometimes I'll just talk for 5 minutes and cut it down to 2 minutes. And I think that was one of my most valuable lessons. And it's something where I kind of had to swallow my pride and think like, oh, there's a reason that thousands, tens of thousands, millions of YouTubers jump cut. And it's because it's almost just a necessary evil. And I have accepted that. Number 5, having foresight into what you want your final video to look like is an invaluable skill that I have yet to master. But it's something that I have learned. And I'm slowly developing that intuition and foresight into, while I'm recording, imagining how I'm going to put it into the computer. As I'm filming, I need to be thinking about what this is going to look like in my editing software. So before, when I first started, I would go to the gym and I would just record myself, and then I'd come home and I'd put it on the computer and I would think, oh, this is terrible. Like, how am I going to piece this together? And now, after 12 days, I've nowhere near mastered this. I'm barely developing this skill. But I can think about how the camera's moving and then think about, okay, here's how I could move from this exercise to that exercise. Here's how I could transition from me leaving my apartment and going to buy groceries. Here's how I could move from this part of Las Vegas to another. It's something that I need to continue to develop because, like I said, I'm very, very early in this stage of development. But it's something that I've learned that I need to develop. And I think that's the most important part, recognizing the things that I need to learn and having the foresight about the end result as I'm creating the footage to edit. It's just an invaluable skill. Number 6. All of my flaws and imperfections will be revealed on camera. There's just no hiding. If my hair looks bad at the gym, I can't do anything about it. If I look tired because I didn't sleep, I'm gonna look tired on camera because I didn't sleep. There are some things that I can fix and work on. Like when I see myself at the gym and sometimes I have bad form, I can fix that form. When I did the time lapse of myself sitting at my desk and I was hunched over staring at my screen, like I can stand up and have better, or sit up and have better posture. I can work on some things, but some things are just always going to be there. And I can either not vlog because I'm embarrassed of those imperfections, or I can just accept it and move on and do the thing that I want to do. So I can't lie to the camera. I can't lie to you guys, but this is what a real human looks like. So what can I do? Number 7, sometimes I'm just not going to get the shot. I have an image in my head of what I want to do. Like yesterday when I wanted to get that time lapse of the sunrise, it just didn't work out. When I went to Fremont Street, I wanted to set up my tripod and do a bunch of time lapses there. The security guard came and told me I can't use a tripod. When I walked through a casino, just filming silly things, they told me you can't film on the casino floor. So sometimes there are going to be shots that are missed because I'm an amateur and I don't possess the skills or knowledge to know how to get the shot. Sometimes I'm going to miss shots because it's out of my control and it's not permitted to film in certain places. And this is a daily vlog, so for me, I can just vlog about that failure. And you know, it's a real life experience. It's not a picture perfect thing, but it does teach me, okay, I can't shoot here. Okay, I need to get to this location earlier. Okay, I need to put my camera in this place. I need to turn my white balance on this way. I'm learning these things, but a lot of times I'm just gonna fail. Sometimes I'm just not gonna get the shot. Sometimes I'm going to plan to record at the gym and it's gonna be so busy that it's just not practical to film there. And as a newly minted daily vlogger, this is something that I have learned and I am coming to accept because I have no other option. Number 8, the GoPro is so much more capable than I ever would have imagined. And I can get so many interesting shots that I wouldn't be able to do if I was using my phone or a mirrorless camera or some other specific vlogging camera. I've decided I'm going to shoot all 100 vlogs on this GoPro, and I don't think that I'm going to be at much of a disadvantage because of that. I don't think that it's going to hinder my ability to create great videos. Right now I know they're not great, but I don't think it's going to limit my ability to become great at this. And I just have so much fun with this little camera. I can carry it everywhere. It doesn't weigh anything. It doesn't take up space. It's so easy and so convenient. And for someone just starting vlogging, having to lug around some big equipment or invest in a very expensive camera, this is just such a great alternative for me. I wouldn't even consider it an alternative. I don't feel like I'm giving up anything. I feel like I'm gaining so much more than if I were trying to film on my phone. And I'm so happy with it. I'm much more happy with it than I expected to be. And my expectations were pretty high. So I haven't come close to maxing out its capabilities. I barely know how to use any of the settings on it. I shoot most of my stuff on automatic, but I'm learning and the possibilities are just so great. So I know a GoPro isn't for everyone, but for me, I learned that it is the perfect solution for my daily vlog. Number 9, if it saves me time, I should consider doing it. And this is the complete antithesis to my entire MO when it comes to graphic design. I am the person who is so focused on doing the absolute best quality work I can. And that is in opposition to the amount of time you can spend on it. The more time I spend, the better it can be. With these vlogs, I have 24 hours between each one. I need to do the things that are going to save me the most amount of time every single day. especially while I'm learning. There are vlogs where I want to try new things and I want to try to do this and I want to do the color correction and do the audio and do the, no. I need to focus on, okay, how can I make the white balance look good today? Don't try to get into creative coloring. Don't try to get into color grading. Don't try to get into animated graphics. How can you just white balance this today? Because you have 15 clips that you need to white balance. And that's something I'm learning. And that goes back to number one about editing being so time consuming. It can be immensely time consuming if I am trying to learn to do new things every day, especially if I'm trying to learn to do multiple new things every day. If I'm trying to learn how to balance my audio and to balance my color and some new setting on the GoPro and a time lapse, and it can quickly become so overwhelming that I could spend a week on one video. So this is teaching me to let things go and do the best I can today, try again tomorrow, and just keep getting incrementally better instead of trying to be the best the first time I try to do it. Number 10, do not plan to fix it in post because it's going to be a much bigger headache for me than it would be to just focus and try to get it right in the moment. So I'm going to try to explain this one as well. For me, I wasn't setting my white balance and I thought, oh, I'll just figure it out when I sit down to edit. No, it looks terrible. You can look at my last 11 videos and maybe even this one, and you can see that the white balance is all over the place, the colors, the contrast, everything is everywhere. Because, to be honest, right now I don't have the skills. I don't know how to do it right as I'm shooting it. So I do have to try and fix things in post. But I need to focus more skills on being able to get the shot right the first time rather than focusing my time learning how to fix the problems that I'm making for myself. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. So it's similar to the foresight thing, but I need to get good audio so I don't have to correct the audio. I need to get good color because I don't know how to fix the color. I need to get my white balance right. I need to get the lighting right if it's at all possible. These are things that in the past, especially when I was doing illustrations, things don't have to be perfect. You can make them perfect in Illustrator. It's an illustration. It's flat colors. It's not real life. But this is real life, and it would be so time consuming to fix this in post. I need to get things right the first time, as close to perfect as possible, as close to perfect as I'm capable of, and then my life will be so much easier. I'll be able to edit faster, and I can focus on learning skills that are more useful than fixing problems I shouldn't have in the first place. Number 11. When I have a very focused goal with extremely hard deadlines, I do not waste time. This is something that I struggle with as a creative person. There are a lot of times when I want to make something or I should create something and I have a good idea for it, but I will spend 2 hours playing a video game or an hour scrolling through Reddit or Instagram or YouTube. There are times when I know that I should be doing something, but in my head, there's more time to do it. My deadline, I don't have a deadline at 8 a.m. the next day. With this vlog, I have no time to waste time on anything. My priorities are just work, Mila, gym. I don't have time to spend doing silly things, and I'm happy not wasting that time. I'm happy being focused. I wake up every day and I know I'm going to do the vlog, I'm going to go work out, and I'm going to talk to Mila. There's something very freeing, and this might sound stupid, but there's something very freeing about knowing so specifically what I'm going to do. I don't have all these other options clouding my head. Oh, I would like to work on this. Oh, I'd like to make this fan art. Oh, I should talk to this client. Oh, I should work on this website. I'm so focused on this singular goal that I don't waste any time or any energy, because honestly, it's not possible. It's not possible to get this vlog done every day if I'm wasting time thinking or worrying about anything other than those 3 priorities. I have saved the best for last. Number 12. Vlogging is fun. This is not something that I thought would be true for me, and it might sound silly because I decided to do 100 daily vlogs, but it's not something that I thought was going to be so much fun. It's something that I thought would be useful. I thought it would be useful for me to know how to make videos so that I could make videos about other things I'm interested in. Designs, interviewing people in Las Vegas, sort of documenting my processes as I create other things. I never thought that I would have this much fun carrying around this little camera, recording myself working out, recording myself talking to you right now, putting music over videos of myself, posting it to YouTube, seeing my 3 or 4 thumbs ups on there. Like, it's so much fun to do, and it's so much fun to create and have that short deadline like I just talked about. Create, do the best that I can, and then start over again. Because I get that new opportunity every day. Daily vlogging, I get a new start, a fresh slate every single day. And it's so exciting. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. When I was shooting that time lapse yesterday, I was texting Mila, and I was sending her a little picture, and she said, "You look so happy." I said, "Yeah, like, this is so much fun, even though I'm sitting out in a field and it's 47 degrees out and I missed my time lapse. I pointed the camera, like, I'm having so much fun doing this. I'm having so much fun doing a daily vlog." And those are words that I never would have thought that I would say. This video isn't made to give anyone else advice, but I think you should know that vlogging is really fun. Daily vlogging is really fun. Is it stressful? Is it difficult? Are the other things that I said that I learned things that you'll have to likely overcome the same way that I'm trying to overcome them? Are there way more problems than just the ones that I listed? Are there way more things that you'll learn that I don't know? Yeah. There is so much time and effort and energy and computer storage that goes into creating a daily vlog, but I don't know the last time I had this much fun. And I love my life already. I love that I am a creative person and I get to make great things, and I love going to the gym, and I love my fiance. I already loved my life, but vlogging has made it so much more enjoyable. And it's not something that I thought would be true, but it is something that's true. And that is the biggest thing that I've learned. That is number 12. Vlogging is fun. I'll see you tomorrow.